Hello everyone. I hope we are all doing well. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about daylight evaluation through questionnaire survey. As you know, in buildings, maintaining visual comfort means that people have enough daylight for their activities, right quality and right quantity, and people have good views. And this is quite important because it enhances the health and well-being of occupants. The questionnaire sample that I'm going to show you has been taken from a scientific paper published in the Journal of Energy and Buildings. You can find the reference of this paper at the end of this lecture. In fact, I find the questionnaire of this paper really interesting because it covers all the visual comfort aspects. Let me show you. In fact, the study has been conducted in classrooms, but it is still useful for other type of buildings like offices that you can use it. So as you can see, so the first part of this questionnaire, the general information of the respondents, like the age, the date and time, location on the plan, and the length of occupancy. The questionnaire covers many aspects. The first aspect is the student's impression about daylight availability and uniformity. And here we find two questions. The question number one, the daylight availability on the desk. The second question, the daylight distribution in the space. And the responses go from little to much. Here, as you can see, all the responses, or let's say the scale, we find a 5-point scale referring to the satisfaction of respondents towards visual comfort inside the space. The aspect number two is the student's impression about the view. And here we find two questions. Question number one, the amount of view through windows. And the responses go from totally inadequate to totally adequate. The questionnaire or the question number two is about the quality of view through windows. And the scale here goes from very unpleasant to very pleasant. Let's move to the next aspect. The next aspect is the student's impression about the sunlight. And here we have three questions. The question number one is if the sun shining directly on your body or into your eyes. This is a yes, no question. Next, we find this question regarding the sun inside, or let's say the sun radiations inside the class. How do you find them? If the sun radiations, they are very pleasant, if they are pleasant. So here we find a 5-point scale as the other questions. The third question for this aspect is, please mark the degree of glare that you may experience when doing visual tasks on desks or whiteboards. And here we find a scale goes from intolerable glare to no glare. Let's move to the next aspect, which is the student's overall assessment of the classroom. And here the question goes like this. Please specify your overall assessment of visual comfort in this classroom. We find the responses go from disturbing discomfort to totally comfortable. And the last aspect of this questionnaire is the student's behavior. The question of this aspect goes like this. Please indicate how you behave in case you of excessive sunlight. And here we have three suggestions. They draw the curtains, they change the seat, or they take no action. As you can see, this questionnaire covers the most important parameters and factors of visual comfort. And here we find the reference of the paper from which we have taken the questionnaire. You can read it for more information and in order to go deeper into this topic. At the end of this video, I want to say that whether we design new buildings or refurbish existing buildings, these parameters must be considered for ensuring visual comfort of the occupants. And like this, we can reach the goal of sustainable buildings. Thanks guys for watching, and do not forget to subscribe and like the video. That's it. See you next time.